Hey guys, so I was asked to do a video about discipline and I'm gonna do it. And hopefully, you know, we can all step out of like our own personal, like, you know, this is, you all right, buddy? This is like the only way to do it, motherhood type thing. Remember, I've said it in the past, every mother is different, yet every mother's right. You gotta do what works for you. And I'm gonna quickly like preface my kids. I need to preface their behavior before I talk about their discipline. Deacon has been always a lot more sensitive and he's always cared a little bit more, whereas Drake is, oh, how do I describe Drake? Drake marches to his own beat. That kid lives and he's just Drake. And everybody and anybody who's ever met Drake knows like that he marches to his own drum. He doesn't care what other people think. He is very determined. He's witty. He is genuinely a pain in the ass. Like, he's just a very, very, very difficult little human to raise. Deacon and I have just clicked. Drake and I pray we can make it to middle school. Like, it's just much different people. So my discipline has and this is why I wanted to say this, is because there is no right. I don't think there's any like right way to discipline. Of course, at an extreme, there could be a wrong way to discipline, but you know, I think it's so based off of what works for your specific child that you can't just say like, I'm going to be, you know, this parent and this is going to be my punishment no matter what. Or, you know, this is my punishment for this and this and this, and it's going to work for all my kids. Like, I mean, maybe that does work, but my kids are such polar opposites. I mean, just look at them. Like, they look completely different. Like, they're complete polar opposites. And yes, they are 100% brothers. They have the same dad, the same me, and just, yes, I get it a lot. Like, how many baby daddies does she have? Like, not that it matters, but they are full brothers. They're just complete opposites, like complete opposites in every way imaginable. So with Deacon, for example, I would do the, you know, if he's not getting ready to go, I'd be like, all right, well, I'm leaving, you know, I'm leaving, and he'll be, don't leave me, like, let me just help me, please, and like just a wreck, like, oh my gosh, mom's gonna leave me. Drake, on the other hand, I'd be like, all right, Drake, I'm leaving, and he'd just be like, you know, come back. Make sure you come back for dinner. Like, that's it. Like, he doesn't care. He just does not care. And it drives me crazy. Like, it drives me so crazy. Everything that worked for Deacon does not work for Drake. Deacon, be like, all right, you know, and these are things that would work with Deacon. Be like, all right, you know, you did this. I warned you once. Like, you're going to go to timeout now. And it's in the end of the world. Like, crying, like, very upset about having to go to timeout. Whereas Drake, on the other hand, be like, all right, you did this. I warned you. It's time for you to go to timeout. And yeah, no, just doesn't even, he tries to like negotiate his way out of it. Like, he's 3 and it's just, I think that, so one of the biggest things that I do with my kids is I don't necessarily ignore bad behavior, but I do at the same time. Or like at Target, if you saw it in my day in life video, I posted it last Tuesday. He was pitching a fit because I wouldn't buy him this car that he wanted. And I told him that he had to earn it and that he hadn't earned it. And that, you know, he could work towards earning this car. Well, he didn't agree with that. And that was what I was just, you know, I'm like, you can be a pain in the butt. I do have respect for other people, so I'm not just going to let my kids cry like I would at home in, you know, Target. But that's when I was like, you guys saw it all on that video. I left it all in there where I'm like, you really, you know, like, you're this up, whatever I said. And I'm like, here, you can watch it. And he watched it back and that snapped him out of it. Why? I don't really know. And that, I don't know how many times I've actually done it, maybe one other time, but that seemed, you know, that seemed to work. But his punishment that day was, you know, he didn't earn the car, he didn't get it. And that was, you know, that's kind of punishment in itself. He has, and this is not one of my finer mommy moments at all. And this is one where I'm going to say, if you're going to tell me how horrible I am, then just unsubscribe and see you later. But, with Deacon, you know, growing up, I was spanked as a child, and, you know, while I feared my parents for it, I was such a good kid. And so many of the things that, like, I mean, and this kind of goes back to the, yes, I've read the studies. Yes, I know how terrible spanking is for your kids. But at the same time, kids like back dog bark, but kids random dog bark. But kids back when, you know, like 30 years ago, are just so much better, like as far as behavior. And then that kind of makes me question it. And this is something that, you know, I just do in my own mind as a parent, really question, like, you know, I don't know. I don't want to like press too many buttons here, but I just think that sometimes in some places, and here's the situation. So Drake has been spanked before. So okay, so here's the situation. And you probably disagree. I'm sure that more people disagree with me than agree with me here. But Drake he'll hit people. And Deacon was a biter when he was like, you know, from, I don't know, whenever kids start biting, 6 months maybe to like a year and a half. And that was something that I had to deal with. And it wasn't, fortunately, that was just kind of like a really quick phase, but Drake will hit, and it's evil and it's terrible, and it's something that I really struggle with. Well, he hit one of the girls that I watched. So, you know, he was warned, it was fair. I hadn't exactly seen all of it. I just caught it. So I don't know what happened before. So I couldn't just be like, you know, you're busted right away. But, cause they all do. I mean, I watch a bunch of 3-year-olds, like, of course that they're going to be a little difficult at times, but, anyhow, so Drake did that. And then he did it again. He went to timeout. He did it again, went to timeout, did it again, did not care. Like, did not care, went to timeout. I told him, so Drake, if you hit your friends again, then I'm going to hit you like you're hitting your friends, so that, you know, you realize how much this hurts and how not okay it is and stuff like this. And this is throughout the entire day. So it wasn't just like, you know, timeout, come out and whack and back. And it was like a long spread. But he's old enough. I mean, this kid is so witty that he's smart enough. So I told him, I said, Drake, you know, if you do this, then I'm going to show you what it's like. I'm a big, like, eye for an eye person. And there's been some other circumstances where, like, you know, Deacon had bit Drake, so I bit Deacon back. Like, just silly things that actually, like, made a decent point. So anyways, Drake did, and I did. I swatted his butt, and I sent him back to his room, and he was good. So I'm like, well, maybe there's something to be said for all this, you know, this stuff and stuff like that. And well, it's something that I would never have to do with Deacon, and it's something that I've really tried to avoid with Drake. I mean, I've tried everything, you guys. Every, like, attached parent, like, peaceful parent, what is it? Oh, what are all those names? Whatever. Anyways, I've tried all that stuff, and it just does not work with Drake. It all worked with Deacon just perfectly. But with Drake, he's just, I don't know. So anyways, that's one of the things that I had to do before with Drake, and it worked, and he now knows, and the threat of it is like money. It's like money. It's, you know, I'll still send him a timeout, and Drake, you know, if you hit your friends again, you're gonna get hit by mommy again, so that you know what it feels like and why we don't do this to our friends and things like that. And I don't like using it, and I don't want to say threatening, because I follow through with what I say, and I think that's really important. But yeah, it's a hard one. That's a hard one. So anyways, I want to not only admit and confess to that, but let you guys know that it worked. As horrible as that is, it worked just perfectly, and it was like, wow, I've been wasting so much time. You know, that kid, I don't even know how else to describe him. He's just a breed of his own, and I don't know if it's still that whole, like, that 2011 baby, that special species of people that was born that year or what, but I have a lot of friends who dealt with the exact same, you know, some of the same problems as me with Drake, and just how strong-willed he is. That's an understatement. My mother-in-law, when she was here, she was just like, he is so much like, and it was my, you know, my ex-husband's brother. She was like, I read every strong-willed child book under the sun, and he is just like him. And I was just like, yeah, sorry, like, he's cute, like, that's it. So anyways, I guess the point of this video is just kind of talking about the different, you know, different behaviors, how I kind of have had to customize it, like, to each child. Deacon's at a point now too where he loses privileges for things, and that's been really good, because it's like, if you can't play nice with that, or if you can't clean it up, or if you are going to throw it at your brother's face, then you're going to lose it, and it's gone. And he really comprehends all of that now, and, you know, understands the consequences with things, whereas Drake's still like, whatever. And I don't know if Drake will ever snap out of that, guys. I just don't. I don't know if this video was helpful or not, and I'm sure that I've lost some subscribers, because yes, I have spanked my child before, but just keeping it real, I guess you could say. And like I said, I've tried it all, guys. I've tried it all. Everything. So anyways, that's it. Gentle discipline, was that the name of it? I'm going to be thinking about all the names of all these like perfect parenting types. Perfect parenting types. I just want my kids, and this is what it boils down to. I want my kids to be respectful. That's like the biggest deal for me, is to have respectful children and appreciative and well behaved. Like, I don't want my kids being these like little tyrants running around being complete jerks all the time. Drake's just naturally a big enough jerk. If I let him just run with that, then it's going to be, you know, he's not going to go very far in life. So I'm really trying to do that for them. I feel like my parents did a really good job with me and my sister, and I hope to be able to continue that. So anyways, that's it. I've talked about this for way too long, but I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.